Hi, thanks for checking us out here at East Coast. My name is Chris, and if you clicked on that tab, you're asking yourself, what is the difference? Or you're asking us, what's the difference in you and your competitors? I'm going to be as quick as I can for this. I will tell you, if you are an engineer and you are looking for the detailed spec of every system compared to each other in this short video, you're not going to be able to get that here. I will give you the best rundown I can, and really what the difference is and I don't want to eliminate half of, and really it's about 70% now. When you look online or you look at these products that are out there, it's H2O this, Aqua that. If they are an online company that only sells their product online and they do not have a master plumber, licensed company sitting right there at the end of the rainbow to service you every time you have an issue, I would be very cautious of that product. A lot of times, people call in, they send me these products, and I'm like, that costs 25% of what I have to pay for my own product. I would love to be able to use that, but I know that I can't stand behind that product and stay in business and be able to come out and service you and do the things that we do. So I don't want to say that I'm not going to do a comparison on the online companies or even the off-the-shelf stuff. If you can go buy a product just even off the shelf somewhere, there's a reason they don't have a dealer, and they're not meant to last a long time. So sometimes they're not trying to be deceptive. They have a 1-year warranty on them. They have a 3-year warranty on them for a reason. They're just not meant to last. So that being said, I will give you a quick experience of what it's like, because we will actually install all those products I just mentioned. We will actually install them for some of these vendors. They'll send us a client and we'll do it. We have to make that customer fully understand before we install this piece of equipment that you buy it, we'll give you a price on it. The problem runs into, and you find this out the hard way, is you pay us to install it. Then we find out that, all we're doing is plumbing it in. And once we plumb it in and then find out that there's a problem with the system, you're paying us to then diagnose that system. It gets very expensive. Once we figure out what's going on with the system, we then give you the part back so you can ship it back to China or back to California or wherever it came from. And then when you get that part back a month later, you're going to have to pay us again to come back out, put this thing in. A lot of times you're more expensive than that $800,000 that you saved trying to go do the shortcut like that. Because then you still have a product with no warranty. And a lot of cases, we're trying to live in our homes for 10, 15 years, and something that's only lasting you 3 isn't really isn't a benefit in the long run. So that's the quickest rundown of all the different stuff you're peeking at online. Again, if they don't have a dealer, I would not even consider it. If we're thinking this video is going to be any type of bashing session against my competitors that are actually in the field working hard every day, it's not. This industry is known for that. The few of us that are in business, a lot of times you have a sales representative come into your house to talk about the difference in the products. They spend all of their time just absolutely bashing the competitor and talking about how their product is just absolutely amazing, and then every other product in the world is just garbage. It's not true. There are good products out here from other companies that actually do the same job that even our product will do. That's not all of them, and usually a lot of these same companies are the ones that they're starting off at $12,000 for a whole home system and a drinking system, and then if you still have a pulse 4.5 hours later, you've now somehow magically gotten your price down to $9,000, $8,000. I'll tell you, with the way our equipment works and the way our program and our ethics work is, we have one fair price for all families on the retail side. You're going to see, we have multiple systems that you can choose from depending on what fits your family the best. They have their prices. We have, discounts from military, and we have ways to help you get the price down, but they're all fixed. It's not a matter of, George 3 doors down is a better negotiator than you. That's not fair to you, not fair to us and our team and what we stand behind. So those are things you can kind of look out for. I will tell you to start with this when you're looking at the competitors and why it's important. I would first ask them, is your product proprietary? And why is that really important? Because, you get Rainsofts, Culligans, Kineticos, and some of these products like that. And you find out really quickly that, and I'm not going to list one name over the other. I'm just going to say that you find out real quick when you have a service issue and you don't get a call back for 3-4 weeks. Or you get a call back and you schedule an appointment out, and all of a sudden they don't show up for the appointment, and then you're like, well, hey, I'm going somewhere else to get somebody to service my system. And you find out really quickly that you're not. In fact, you're stuck. No one else can get a part for that product. No one else can service that product. You are stuck with them. So I will tell you that we use primarily Clack valves. We are an Eco Water dealer, but we use Clack valves, and you know, they've been in business just like Eco Water for almost 100 years. And so if you have an issue with our system, and let's just say that you weren't happy with me, we had some horrible experience, you could go somewhere else and get a water treatment dealer. If they're a legit water treatment dealer, they could go access a part for our product. But why it's important for us is this is a bigger relationship than just selling you a water filtration system. We are a master plumber. We actually want to change your faucets off. We specialize in water filtration, but we want to change your hot water heater out. We want to change your faucets. We want your neighbors to see us there all the time. We want this to be a big relationship so that we're getting referral after referral after referral. And we don't hide from that fact. But I do say that there are other products that do well. We obviously feel awesome about ours. We could tell you that, yeah, we do feel like it's the best product on the market. We feel awesome about it, or we wouldn't put it in your house. That being said, I mean, there's systems that are, you know, people sell that are like non-electric. I would steer super clear of stuff like that. You know, I tell people, you know, non-electric was awesome technology in 1969. And then they came out with powered systems where you can actually regulate all the settings on there. You can diagnose your systems. They're very salt efficient, if you will. Then again, I was trying to think of some of the main ones that we get. The proprietary thing, though, is really, really important. I'd be looking at that. But I just tell you, you know, when you call us, if we could gain your business, if you call us and you have an issue, we're going to be to you within 24 hours. We monitor our emails. We try to monitor them 24/7. If you're not aware, if you haven't looked around, you know, we're really proud to represent over 20 plus Lowe's across Virginia and North Carolina. We have offices in Wilmington, right outside of Wilmington, Leland, also right outside of Moorhead City in North Carolina, and that's Newport. We also are in Raleigh, North Carolina, and then here in the Hampton Roads, Virginia. You can actually, if you ever have an issue, I have no problem with you calling, ask us to speak to the general manager, Chris, and we'll see what we can do to make it right. And that's what I try to tell people. I tell our entire team, you know, at the end of the day, we will always treat your customers amazing. We'll always make them happy if we can. You know, if somebody's not reasonable, then obviously there's not much I can do about it. We're really proud of our testimonials. If you can click on our review page, yes, we've got a good bit of Google testimonials. However, we come back and do a free retest for you, you know, within 30 days of signing you up for a system. That's when we come out and we want to know that you're happy. We do a test to show you so that you know that your system is doing what it's supposed to do. And at that point in time is where we get those written testimonials that you'll see on our site. If you start scrolling down, it would take you hours to try to read all those testimonials on there. And then we're proud of our video testimonials. And yeah, I appreciate the opportunity of watching this. Any of your more detailed questions, specific equipment, that type of thing, just, you know, call the local office, and we'll get back to you immediately and try to answer any of those questions. For the more specific, detailed questions, you know, because depending on if you're on well water or city water, you get into well water, it can get a little bit more complicated on really what systems. If not, check out our Protector Series line. You can click on that link. It'll tell you the differences in our 3 systems that we primarily sell, the drinking systems, and we've got a load of info on this site. So we appreciate the opportunity. Keep checking us out and look forward to your call.